starts to kick you around, and you find yourself flat on the ground. Well, it's a sure 1 to 5 there'll be someone to jive you and try to keep bringing you down. Now, for a while, you might take that abuse and convince yourself to stay loose. But then one day, he'll throw you away and say you're good for nobody's use. But then I'll come your way, turn your blackest night into day. When you're needing it bad, cause the rough times you bad, I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say,
everybody, welcome back. And as you see on that Tippy-Tap, there is no guest here. It's just your two favorites talking about a favorite, Kojak. Not just any favorite, Murray. Episode 311.
No. That was 310.
Depending on which sources you look at.
Well, I got the DVD collection that said 310.
And if you look at IMDb, if you go buy this on Amazon right now, everybody...
Well, nobody knows why that number is significant at all. Do you want to tell them?
It's our birthday number, everybody.
Yeah.
Just like the famous band who also named themselves after the most legendary date of birth of all time. Murray, already existing, well on his way to being a godlike figure. Griff, barely, just a minor league, a little league baseball champion at the time. Hoop earring dangling in his left, the non-gay earlobe.
That's what they call it.
I bring that up because that was literally a concern for 8-year-old Griff.
I was concerned for everybody at that time. And
Yeah.
then one day somebody got brave enough to pierce both their ears.
Yeah.
And then nobody cared.
No one cared.
But also it's not even just that. It also was a thing for gay guys to like, because, back in the day, you had to keep it on the down low. So
Yes.
you let people know, like, I'm gay. Are you gay too? And then let's hook up.
Let's hook up. I get that, and I'm cool with that. Gay hookup culture, you're fucking doing it. You're killing it. We have the bandana code
And we'll learn about that in a few
now.
weeks.
And you know what? Good. I hope you guys continue. It's just like,
Well, they don't need to do that anymore. It's like out in the open.
yeah, that's true.
No.
Like, we're finally getting to a level where, for the most part, but still, they're going to keep coming up with codes because we keep having laws that try to stifle the gays and make sure.
Well,
now,
and then we have all these so-called straight kids who think they're gay now. They're culturally appropriating gay culture. They need to stay out of
you
that.
think that's what's happening? You think straight kids are appropriating gay culture to their own?
Yeah.
They might be. Gays are the new blacks.
Squares are always trying to appropriate the underground's shit. We
I
talked
agree.
about that with punk rock, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Squares are always trying to be like, we're the most boring people, so let's take everybody who has to actually live in a, pressurized world. Let's take their things and make it our
Well,
own.
I mean, that's how you stop TikTok. You don't shut it down. You just have mom and dad start using it.
Oh, hell
then
yeah.
the kids will be off it, and then we don't have to worry about TikTok.
You get fucking Nan and Grandpa on there to talk about how Trump is actually great, Ron DeSantis is pretty cool, and you know what? TikTok dies. You're right. 100%.
Yeah.
No, you just make things square.
But not only are we doing Kojak, this is a special one, hot off the heels of our spectacular Andy Sidaris Malibu Express episode.
That's
which
right.
is so people wanted more Sidaris. And when I was browsing the IMDb, where I get all my research, because I don't have time to fucking really do real research,
No.
I noticed in his repertoire of directing, he directed an episode of Kojak. So as a gift, even though it's technically in the vicinity of our birthday, you should be giving us gifts. We're giving you one last gift of Andy Sidaris directing two alpha males going toe-to-toe. Telly Savalas, Andy Sidaris. Is Sidaris Greek? I don't know. But it sounds Greek.
It sounds kind of Greek.
Well, I think it is because I saw David Sidaris on Bill Maher last night, and he said he was Greek. He's also very short. Did you know that?
David Sedaris?
Yeah, the writer.
Which one? I forget. What does he write? Does he do this Christmas
He's got
letters?
his goofy sister, Amy Sedaris.
Yeah. Is David the one who does like all the NPR stories?
Yeah, that kind of shit. He's like he like writes. He's not like a comedian.
No, I get
Yeah.
that. No, I get that. He's adorable. He's great.
He's pocket sized. I didn't know that. I didn't know he's like 5'5" at most.
And of course, Amy is famous for like Strangers with Candy.
No, she's famous for The Mandalorian. She's on The Mandalorian. I'm not even joking about that.
You're not joking? She's
No,
on The Mandalorian?
On The Mandalorian.
Oh, I know her from Strangers with Katie.
No, we all know her from The Mandalorian.
Oh,
We all
okay.
love The Mandalorian.
Because they got that Grogu.
Grogu. All right, so
I like
was
to go to the spa and ask for a Grogu.
You know, that's illegal in a lot of states.
I put it out there.
I'll take any opportunity to talk Kojak. So I said we got to talk about this because this is like baby Sidaris. This is what he's like. Telly Savalas probably took him on his wing and like showed him like how to operate a camera, how to all that shit.
Fatso, let me tell you how you caught a good shot of Telly Savalas.
Get my good set. They're all good.
They're all good.
And then he slapped him in the face.
Yeah, then he said, "Give me that cup over there." No, the styrofoam one.
So I was like, we got to do it. And we're doing it because we got action packed. We got a fucking packed fudge packing month in April. So we probably won't do any Tippy-Taps during April because
we'll see. Yeah, you never know what's
I don't know. I looked at the runtimes of a lot of these movies are pretty long.
Oh, never
mind.
And
they are like since they're thrillers, they're technically mysteries, and
they're
you know
heavy.
how exhausting notes for
they're
a mystery.
The worst. They're the worst. And we're doing a mystery right now.
Right.
And it was, longer than Wednesday's episode for notes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And Wednesday was padded out with action scenes.
Because we know that this coming Wednesdays, because we know that Andy Sidaris makes the dumbest, most complicated anything.
Right. And clearly he didn't write this this episode, but they still were like, hey, who's a man who can take a convoluted spy thriller, feds, local police, state police, who could blend all of these stories together the best? Prostitute. Andy Sidaris. And so here he is shooting this. We loved it. We had all kinds of fun. You know, when people ask me, how do you look up movies? How do you figure out what to watch next when, you're not into find a director you like, find a writer you like, you could find the actor, find the B-level actor and follow their stories. Find something from there. Andy Sidaris is one where it's like you follow Andy Sidaris. You see what he did. You see how he came to be. Malibu Express. Right. Or what was his film called? The Malibu Bay Films?
Something like that.
Like that, yeah. It's really interesting to see how these people really came to form. And I think we get to see a little bit of it.
This, I think, was his first. He made his bones doing sports directing.
Yeah.
I think this was his first ever dramatic production.
Shit, I wonder if I've ever seen, because I used to watch, me and my brother grew up watching football documentaries on ESPN.
I think he did live sports, though.
Oh, okay.
So he did the Olympics. I think he did Monday Night Football.
It would have been really
Which
funny.
was you don't really understand this because you're younger, but 70s and 80s, there was nothing bigger than Monday Night Football.
Oh, I believe it.
Because football was only played on Sundays.
Yeah.
So if you got a Monday night game, it was a fucking big deal.
No, I get it now because, for real.
Nobody cares now. It's not fucking ESPN for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, it's super obnoxious that it's on ESPN. It's I keep saying, baseball is my favorite sport. Baseball is the most boring sport. Hands down.
Yeah. Well,
easily.
golf is close to it.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But it's I understand. When people say, oh, baseball's interesting, boring as shit, and I say, I get it. I don't blame you for not wanting to watch baseball. And part of the reason that they're never going to be able to access a new audience is because it's not easy to watch. You can't find your stars. There's no basketball. It's very easy to be like, that guy's a fucking star. They have attitude out there.
Well, they're not wearing helmets or anything, so you can see them.
Yeah, they bring personality to the game. You see them for at least 35 minutes a game when it comes to basketball. Baseball, you see them once or twice.
Yeah.
In 2 hours. It's hard. So I get it, but yeah, okay.
But so he did Monday Night Football, and according to Joe Corey, he was famous for creating shoot the player's girlfriend or wife when they ever score.
Yes,
get the camera.
Hell yeah, jumping up.
That's a Sidaris.
Tube top probably happening there.
Yeah.
A lot of Dolphins games going on there. Just white tank tops because Dolphins white, teal, orange.
Exactly.
Not teal. Was it teal? What's their greenish color?
It is kind of a baby blue or teal.
It's
I think it's more baby blue.
You think it's more baby? It's on the green side. I thought.
Well, I don't know.
I think green. Okay. Anyways, before we get into a colors dispute, do we need to talk about any more build up before our Kojak?
No, I mean, I think we've established this is our 4th Kojak episode. As far as I'm concerned, we can do them all, but this is our 4th.
Yeah.
I don't care if you listen or not because we know people don't really care. Only the true fans care about the Tippy-Taps.
I mean, we can
Even though this is supposed to be this is supposed to be the gateway to our show because we know we go fucking long on the movies. So we were like, how can we get? I understand. Like, I would be daunted too by a new podcast, like 3 hours, 2.5 hours on a movie that's 90 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to try that. So this was our well, let's do TV shows because we can surely get that under an hour, can't we? No, we used to. We used to do that. Griff has been putting up old episodes on YouTube, and we're like, how did we talk about this movie for only fucking an hour 20?
Again, another Andy Sidaris production. We did Savage Beach in an hour and 20 minutes, and I was like, Ellie Young is in this movie, Murray. Yeah. How did we not talk for an hour alone about Ellie Young's hair? How he sleuthed his way into being a hotel waiter and walked in that bar.
Remember that trash? It was like beer and like pineapples.
It was a fruit spread.
With beer on it, though, wasn't it?
With Bud Heavies on it.
Gotta go listen. It's on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Golan-Globus Theater.
It is now on YouTube.
Savage Beach.
Yeah, go check that out.
But Kojak. All right, so we've established the character, why I love him. Because, I love Kojak because he reminds me of me as far as that he can barely conceal his contempt for humanity. Yeah. And it's on display in this episode.
I don't know. Again, we don't watch enough contemporary shit. I know you watch a few more things.
I watch anything with Andy Sidaris.
I know you watch anything with Grogu in it as well.
Anything with adorable puppets, I'll watch. Not CGI, but puppets, I'll watch.
Murray's on a Last of Us because Grogu made an appearance there. He made a cameo.
I didn't see that
It's a joke, Murray. Oh. Grogu made a cameo on that show. It's all the ABC show. No. But I know Murray actually does watch more contemporary TV than I do. I just watch my sports and I fucking gamble my ass off. Yeah. I've been cooling down about telling everybody about it though.
Yeah, you have been, and they've said thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't need to tell you guys about it. That I'm just winning so much money.
What we need to talk about is this episode of Kojak called "No Immunity from Murder."
Yeah, and we open up. We got a busy bar, and we got a woman.
It's a hooker bar.
It's clearly
the Ace High bar.
She's got the fucking big old round glasses. She's covering her whole face. Sunglasses, thank you.
Awful wig.
Awful wig.
This is where we're going to see the birth of Sidaris aesthetics throughout this episode. And what did that wig remind you of? It reminded me of a certain maid Marion from Malibu Express.
Marion. That hair was very Maid Marion. The short little skirt dress thing that was happening
nice.
there.
I like that.
Yeah.
She had the huge platform shoes and the mini dress.
No, that was good.
Did not like the wig.
No, the wig.
I don't like any wig. I don't like any woman ever wearing a wig.
Yeah, wigs are strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's just at the hooker bar hanging out. We see this geek, this nerd, the guy. You go, this guy would pay for sex. I believe that.
Right, because we see her. We're opening up, and we're like, this woman's interesting. And then she turns to the entrance when this geek walks in, and you're like, that's an accountant.
Right.
He
looks like R. Crumb.
Yeah, he's crunching numbers into a fucking TI calculator as
because we're thinking, oh, he's trying to be really as economical and get the right proper 18% tip for his he's gonna fuck later on.
That's gotta be it. He's like, okay,
is it 18% now for hookers? Has it gone up any?
Murray, I don't know about inflation and everything. Prostitution, because it's still under, we have not legalized it yet. We should legalize prostitution everywhere, and we should have nice brothels
have less
and all that.
Massacres if we did that.
We have so many empty buildings that would make cool prostitution houses.
Yeah, you could call whorehouses or cat houses, or we learned.
Murray,
we learned that from fucking Detroit 9000. You can just turn a house into a whorehouse like that.
Right, but They don't all have to be such gruff names like
Cat House.
You're
There you
throwing
go.
here. Yeah, they could be, a little bit more luxurious. Gentlemen's Club, we could do that whole thing. I know those exist today, but we can make it a little fancier for today. We don't need, but yes, we do need rough ones that are good, like the Fuck House, the Fuck Pad, shit like that. We're just grinding gears. We need one in Ypsilanti because we're famous for Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah.
We need one where all it is women just
Pegging guys, they rivet them.
That's definitely 2 rooms in there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be sold out.
Fisting. She's like fisting the guy because remember that's her thing.
Yeah, her thing is like the fist with
Rosie
the
the
bicep,
Fister,
and she's
yeah.
gripping it and everything. And they're wearing like the
Grabbing
coveralls
your prostate.
and the leather glove. No, that's definitely at least 2 to 3 rooms. Abra is like writing this down. She's like, I'm moving to Ypsilanti.
We're taking over your guys because you guys are known as the fuck capital of
Yeah,
America.
no, we're taking
apparently.
over. If you want to get in on this, like Macabre and that other lady in the movie I watched a while ago that I can't remember the name of.
I can't either.
Yeah, get in on that because
All right,
we know
get
it.
back. We get back to Kojak. We're drifting.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, so this hoo-ah notices Robert Crumb sitting there doodling,
Yeah.
and she walks up to him. We're not hearing anything. There's like this bad Jimmy Buffett music playing in this bar. I don't know. I guess it's to get you out so you can fuck. You
Right.
know, they don't want you staying there and hanging out.
They want you drinking. When you hear bad music, you drink more. Whenever you take me and we see the opening acts and they're really bad, I drink more.
Yes.
That's what's happening here.
So she goes immediately, makes a beeline for this geek. She's like, "Hey, it's a pigeon. I can make some money off this loser."
That's
It's been a
right.
slow night. We don't know this woman's story. Goes up, picks him up. That's where we see the directed by Andy Sidaris credit.
I mean, if we weren't already, privy to this information, we'd be like, oh.
Goes up to the bar, pays for her own drink. We're already like, what is... If that's not a gentleman doesn't do that. If you're going to fuck a broad, you pay for her drink. So
Right.
we're already like writing this down furiously.
Yeah,
like,
right,
this has
no.
to mean something.
No, it's
It
paid
does.
with the left hand,
It does mean something.
Murray. She paid with her left hand.
Yeah.
She blew a kiss to the bartender. We got to note these things. We know Sidaris always works in these convoluted,
Right.
you won't know until you know type of way.
Right. So he takes her. Of course, this is a hooker establishment. There's a $5 sheet place right next door.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it makes perfect sense.
We even get the establishing. Oh my God! Griff,
Establishing
calm
shot.
down. Establishing shot of Robert Ginty walking in with a girl he recently threw down a flight of stairs. He's walking in. Yo, man, this broad want to get a room.
$5 for sheets.
I don't know about that.
That
Maybe $3.
I cannot negotiate. Fuck
Three-
it, babe. We're fucking on the mattress.
We're fucking raw on springs.
So he goes off. This woman, this fake blonde, and this geek. She doesn't even. She just walks past the guy that gives out the keys.
Right. Well, you're supposed to pay for a room.
Right.
She doesn't even bother.
She has the key already, and we're
right.
like, "What's going on with that?" Opens it up, walks in. I'm telling you, man. Sidaris was watching some giallos for this scene. I actually thought this was a nice shot, literally. She walks in, all right. So her legs are in frame.
Oh, yeah.
Opens the door.
She's very leggy, by the way.
Right.
Very nice.
Opens the door. There's a red light, very Argento. Red light shines on our geek. Behind the fucking door, we see a mysterious figure in a trench coat and a hat. Very giallo.
Shades. Reflecting. Beautiful. Kramer, when the fucking Kentucky,
No, Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers chicken, like that neon
Yes.
light coming at. Beautiful. It felt Red District. It felt
Right.
like a prostitution hotel.
Right.
Beautiful. Sidaris.
I'm telling you, he was watching some Argento at that time.
He gets it.
And then the guy comes out from behind the door, hits him over the head with his club. Guy falls down.
The guy's very nervous, by the way. He's walking
Because he's
in.
like, why do we have to go here?
Right. We're like, you're a John.
Yeah.
You want to get your dick wet.
Right.
And this lady has to wear a short skirt because she gets incredibly wet. She needs to let it flow. Clearly. Isn't that what short skirts are for? Micro skirts, we should say.
Okay.
This thing
I'll
is
go with
short.
So they roll him. They take his fucking wallet, and then they're gone. And then as they walk out, they see another hoe with her man coming up, Claudine the Dream.
Claudine how do you like that for a prostitute name?
Great prostitute name.
That's a good name. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon? No. Claudine the Dream, the prostitute.
and they stop and they like make out, like cover their faces. Why are they disguising them? What's it? Why? Because Claudine looks at him, like, blondes have more fun, baby. And then the Claudine fucking. Ugh.
I wish that voice wasn't so accurate. Her voice was awful.
Right.
She was trying to throw it off, and she somehow channeled Murray voice, which makes me wonder, Murray, when you were like 2.
I don't even think I was born when this episode
Okay.
came out. But
at least I knew to make you incredibly young.
I thought you were going to say that was my mom or something like that. But
No.
So Claudine, she talks to Manny, the guy. Hey, Manny. He's like engrossed with his TV.
Yeah.
So he's like waving her off. She's like, I'll take room 141.
114.
114?
You got the numbers right in
I'm
wrong order.
dyslexic, sorry.
Yeah.
And then she opens the door, same door from that place, the room we just saw, and she sees the geek laying out flat.
Yep.
All right. Now, this is where, like I said, we're talking about where the Sidaris aesthetics start. Kojak gets the call. We immediately go to his apartment. He's in the shower with a fucking chick with giant tits. He's showering. This is where the shower scene started for Sidaris.
Oh my God, I feel like Amazon cut this. How did you watch this?
I had it on the DVD. It's uncut.
I had it on Amazon. I don't remember this scene at all. I don't think this was a Griff working on notes. I think
you had to pay extra for this, for the Sidaris cut.
Oh my God. You see, guys, they don't put all TV shows out on Laserdisc because it would
Right.
be 45 Laserdiscs.
Right.
So even we understand that.
So he's just fucking soaping up her tits and then gets that call. He's like, baby.
Soper staining her tits?
Yeah, he's like, baby, I gotta go. Keep the place warm for me. And then he walks out. He's in a New York apartment. There's a jacuzzi in his apartment.
my
I don't know how he found the room, but he did.
I saw somebody post something, and they were like, my family's staying at a hotel in downtown New York right now, and they decided it'd be very chic to put a window to the bathroom because they think this is just a fuck pad for people. So there's a window into the bathroom shower. They're like, so we're watching our dad take a shower right now. And they took a picture. So it was like the fogged window and everything, but you can see the dad's like figure, and he's like
Why you
hunching
gotta
over
do that to your dad? Come on.
Yeah, really. A, first of all, I get it's a fuck pad. B, put a curtain over it. C, why did you take a picture of your dad showering?
Yeah, gotta get those hits. Gotta get those likes.
Gotta get internet points.
Goddamn TikTok. So, yeah, Claudine screams. Kojak arrives. After he towels off, he arrives at the scene of the crime. Cracker's already there, examining the body. He's just like, yeah, I smell whiskey. He's like, yeah, there's a broken bottle, but the seal of the cap wasn't broken.
Yeah, they almost seem to insinuate that Fletcher was drinking heavily.
Yeah.
And then it's Telly, excuse me.
Kojak.
Kojak. You see, guys, as soon as
They're
I was...
the one and the same. I get it. You know?
Yeah. No, that's the best part about 70s, 80s, I don't know. Modern age seems to be the only time where you don't get a lot of, like, the real person and the actor. But I heard we were doing a Kojak, and next thing you know, I'm watching on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and Telly is in there as Blofeld. Amazing. Telly is just amazing. He walks in. What do you talk? Whiskey? You smell whiskey? Here's a whiskey bottle right here for you. Why is the fucking...
It's literally laid right next to his hand.
Right, exactly. Oh, wow. Mystery fucking solved here. I don't even have to finish my cup of styrofoam coffee here. Why is the seal not broken on the lid, though?
And then he's like, what's going on with the wallet? There's credit cards in there. There's his wedding ring's on his finger. This is a classic Murphy game. Of course, we all know what a Murphy game is.
Eddie Murphy.
Exactly. And he's like, Murphy game. And he's like, all right, did anybody see any of this? And like Stavros is talking with Claudine.
Points out, like, there's a bartender downstairs right now getting investigated. Why don't you go talk to them?
Well, then they go into the next room with Manny's room. And Manny's he's on the spectrum. He's just staring off into space. And the bartender's like, look, man, I just give out drinks. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, this is where, like, the hotel keep was.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it was downstairs.
Yeah. But it wasn't downstairs. It was right upstairs.
It was right upstairs, but it wasn't
It was literally
downstairs?
next door to the room where the murder happened.
Oh, they were... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were behind, like, the front desk.
They are. There's a staircase that goes to... Why are we wasting time
I don't
figuring
know.
this out?
I'm so confused.
So they're talking to Manny, who runs the hotel, and they brought the bartender up to this room.
Okay.
And they're just like, they didn't see anything. And they're like, well, why did you give what happened? How did this Claudine get the keys if this woman did? I don't know. He's just playing dumb.
Right. Kojak, of course, storms into the room and he's asking, hey, sweetheart, take it easy on the police here. We're just trying to ask questions and you just answer them. So this is why this episode just works, because it's Kojak just fucking...
He's just cranky throughout the entire episode.
Cranky, sassy, backhanding everybody around the room.
So they're like, they didn't see anything. I just want you to know, I think you're a couple of great human beings. Sarcastically, of course. All right, and then we cut to this very well-dressed man. How'd you feel about his mustache, Gruff?
Whoa, which character was this? This was
Marshall. Mr. Marshall.
Yeah, it was good. It's hard to envision myself getting to 60. He was
won't.
probably 55.
Yeah, he's probably
But
a
he's
couple years older than
70,
me.
75, or in modern day 75. No, it's holding up. He's still got a little bit of the black in there, so he's got the salt and pepper. So you know what? I gotta give it. I gotta give it at least a 6.5.
All right, that's nice.
It's got girth to it.
He's on the phone. His wife is standing behind him. He's talking to a guy named Mr. Kane. He's worried about this guy, Fletcher, who is the nerd.
Right.
And he's just like, hey, I'm really worried about him. He was killed. And he's like, is this going to affect, what we got going on?
Oh, no.
And then Kane's like, it was just an accident. Don't worry about it. We got it covered. So we're like, these are some nefarious characters here.
And it's a TV show, so we just cut right back to the Kojak's office, and he's walking through, and you gotta love how Kojak walks through his office. Because you got the bullpen out there,
right,
and then you have Kojak's office. As he's walking to the bullpen, Stavros.
No, he just goes, you.
Yeah, no,
you.
he's going you. For podcasts, I have to use names, but it's Stavros, it's Serpenstein.
It's Saperstein, Crocker, Rizzo, and Stavros.
Yeah.
Or Fatso.
And even sometimes his captain.
Well, Frank, yeah. Frank's getting reamed by the commissioner. He's just like, because he brings him in for the powwow, because even though Kojak's a lieutenant, he's not the captain, he runs this precinct.
100%. He's doing the ground level work.
So he's got his fucking all-star squad in his office. Frank rolls in. He's like, Theo, I'm getting reamed by the commissioner. We got to do something, because this guy was from out of town. He's like, we don't want the tourists freaking out. And then Kojak goes, oh, so Fun City isn't fun anymore. Move to Detroit. and then he's just like, all right, what do we got? And he's like, I know that blonde had something to do. Who was this Fletcher guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he's an accountant from Cleveland. He's in town to look at some books for this investment corporation.
Because he knows, he's like, this is a Murphy game. I smell it a mile away.
Well, no, he's like, this is a Murphy game.
Oh, no, you're right.
But why, if a Murphy game, the whole idea is to take as much loot as you can. Why was shit left?
Murphy game is supposed to be a word we understand as an audience.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a whole fucking, scheme to rob a John. Right. But it's like, no, this was pulled off too clean. That's Kojak's angle is, yeah, if this was a Murphy game, these people were incredible about it. They didn't steal the money.
Well, they sell some money. That's the problem. They should have taken everything.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have left the fucking booze bottle closed and shit like that.
Like it was sloppy as shit. And then he was like, everything was done here so incredibly professional. The timing is microwave.
And there weren't even microwaves back then. And Stavros, well, I talked to Claudine, and she said it was it's like, let me guess, Fatso. She said some blonde, some she's not even good enough, right? Shut up. And then fucking Stavros just shuts his mouth. Crocker's like, look, it just happened like 2 minutes ago. We got the blood test. This is 75 or some shit. We got the blood test back.
It took at least
2
9
weeks
months. Yeah.
to fucking do it. Yeah,
9
9 months
weeks?
or 2 weeks. No alcohol in his system.
9 months or 2 weeks.
No alcohol in his system. And at seal, you're right. It wasn't broken. No shit, I got eyes, idiot. And then Saperstein's like, yeah, we pulled some prints off the wallet. Small enough, they look like they're a woman's prints.
Small enough. They look. God bless if Marco Stunt ever pulls a crime. He'll be just confused with a woman.
We forgot to point out, Saperstein, who tried to be the teacher's pet, had coffee ready and waiting for Kojak.
Right.
And Kojak's like, black? He's just looking for something to be annoyed about.
Right, because, I mean, if you look at I'm a black coffee drinker. I'm like, Kojak's a black coffee drinker. But no, he's a sophisticated man. Apparently, he likes his coffee complicated too.
He likes his Greek coffee.
He likes his Greek coffee.
So he's like,
he likes that goat milk coffee.
Exactly.
That's
Everybody's got a little chunk of feta. He puts it in.
Yes, that's it.
Everybody is like fucking. Everybody's knocking it out of the park, and he's just like, "Get your ass out on the streets!" Like he has no, like, you know, good job, guys.
Yeah, like I like this kind of like, great. Let's fucking keep going. Let's not pat her back. Like my grandma, whenever she was like, "Hey Griff, you seem to be doing well," don't fucking pat yourself on the back. That was Grandma Hageman for you. I love that woman. And oh my God, like anytime I was like up on myself, she's like, "Hey, chill the fuck out," which is why I have a horrible demeanor about myself.
Yeah, you have a horrible self-image.
Yeah.
And it's rightfully so. You're awful.
Thank you. Grandma Hageman was very right about me.
So Frank is like staying back. Kojak's like, "No, this was a hit, baby. This was a hit." Next morning, the wife, Nancy Fletcher, arrives from Cleveland. And she insists, she's like, "My husband, colon, didn't like anything in his colon." There's no way he was filleting with these, or filleting these women.
I hate how easily it is to confuse these names because I heard colon too.
They did say colon. They did.
It's supposed to be Colin.
Yeah.
I heard it later.
Well, it's either
Colin,
or.
but I loved it because my original note said colon.
And he's like, "Well, then give me an alternative." Well, he did call me the night of the murder, and he's very excited about this very important appointment he had.
Yeah, he's been telling me about his cases. He's been working on some serious shit. He's got stuff figured out. And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you wouldn't be holding anything back from me then, would you?"
No. All right, so Crocker, because Fletcher works for this, like I said, this investment consortium that has their fingers in all types of businesses. That's why he's in New York, but he's from Cleveland. So like they are all over the country.
Right. They, I forget how they got this lead.
Well, because they invested in this, because this is why Fletcher was in New York.
Right.
He was looking at the books of this garment district.
Garment
thing.
that works.
This like designer named Lester LeBaron.
Sure.
And so he sends Crocker and Saperstein over to talk to this guy, Rick Levine, who's running the New York operation.
Right. And
because he was the last guy to see Fletcher.
Right. And Rick is an open book. He's willing to talk to him about anything and everything.
Right. And they're like, "Well, let me tell us about this Lester LeBaron character." He's like, "Look, he's this rich playboy guy who got into fashion to fuck models, and lo and behold, he actually, one of the chicks he's fucking is this amazing designer. She's like, everyone wants her shit. Problem is, he doesn't know how to run a fucking fashion business.
He's all sizzle, no steak. He doesn't know how to get the fucking threads through the fucking seams.
So he's trying to fucking make money off of this shit. He had no idea what he's doing. So this is where the investment consortium comes in. I think they took it off his hands. I don't know. They either working with him.
It was basically like they said, "Okay, you get further and further away," and then it started to become clear that it was like, you're cooking these motherfucking books. Like you're out here in.
Right, because they're also looking for a guy named Adrian Marshall who's supposed to be running the operation here.
Was it by that name?
Yes.
Okay.
He's supposed to be running it for the investment corp.
Everybody, I'm sorry. This is a Andy Sidaris directed. Yeah. So
when at the very end, it all makes sense.
Okay, let's go ahead. It's a podcast. We don't want people to listen to it 9 times because they're already going to listen to it 3 times, Murray.
Yes.
So here's the whole vig here. We have a shell company being operated.
Not a shell company. No, it's a real company.
We've got shell companies for the feds, though.
Well,
this company is real.
Yes.
And it is doing some kind of garments.
So what happened was LeBaron couldn't run the business. So this investment securities invested in his business. Now, meanwhile, this character named Adrian Marshall, who's like this slick guy, talked his way into running the fashion business.
Yes.
All right. But what turns out is what he would do is spend all this money because he's like, look, I got to make it look like you guys know you're a big deal. You can't make money unless you spend money. Mm-hmm. So he's blowing through this money, inviting everybody to these shows.
He's
and everything.
going to Epstein Island. He is fucking buying Corvettes. He's buying jet skis.
So the reason they brought Fletcher in is like, this guy's going through our fucking money. Like, he's probably skimming too. So look into the books.
Right.
So Crocker gets all that info, goes meets Kojak at the old Coney Island.
Right.
You notice they had some raw dogs. They were putting no condiments on these dogs.
He goes to, I love this about the 70s. They just got the little fucking stall hot dog, chili dog, Coney dog stands.
Sloppy Joes, too.
Sloppy Joes, of course, too. And we get all of our boys there. We got Stavros just holding a hot dog. Kojak just drinking a styrofoam of coffee. Who's the third guy who's always in there? Stavros, of course, is just choking down the dog. He's on his
Joey chestnutting those.
Yeah, he's fucking with chili sliding down his open gullet like a fucking seagull, just going down those dogs. And they're just like, read me back the minutes here. What's going on with Rick Levine?
And Crocker's like...
LeBaron Levine. I hated that part. Got to get these names
Well, you never
more.
hear from Lester LeBaron for the rest of the fucking episode.
I think you hear about him once more, but yeah, no,
you hear
it's
that
annoying.
he's in Europe. That's all you hear about.
That's all you hear. But Levine is the name.
So he's like, Kojak, get this. He's been ripping off these guys for $2.8 million. This Marshall character.
Right. Not Levine.
Right. So Kojak's like, I got to talk to this Rick Levine character. So he goes back to the fashion place.
Rick Levine was put in place.
By the way, I didn't see any industrial shredders or acid pits at all. And we learned from Death Wish 5, that's a staple of the fashion industry.
Right. We need to point out Rick Levine is actually running the business.
He's running the New York operation.
And
yes.
he is a straight operator. He's just there. He shows up to work, 8 to 5 to make money, and then he goes home, and that's it. That's done. He's not smuggling. He's not doing any crooked shit.
So Kojak is like, well, why don't you get rid of this Marshall guy if he's wasting the money? We can't it's like Trump. We can't pin anything on this guy.
We already tried. We immediately came in and said, you're cooking these fucking books.
And when we do that, he puts a defamation case against us. So it's constantly in court.
Yeah. We thought we had a solid case against him. We said, hey, we're going to trial. You're getting cut out of this business because you're bad for this business, and it's a legitimate business. And he tried to countersue us because we couldn't pin anything on him.
Right. So Fletcher was in the office with Levine looking at the books. Okay. So Levine knew Fletcher. And he's like, was there anything odd going on? He's like, you know what? He was looking at this ledger and he just let out this whistle like, wow, I can't believe it. I got the goods on this guy. And then he put something in this lockbox.
Yeah. Here's the lockbox. Go ahead. We got Kojak takes it, opens it up. Because Kojak, after his coffee, everyone else had hot dog. He's got to look at this, looks up these numbers, and here we have, and I had to put in some spaces here so we could read it out a little bit better.
There's a scrap of paper with these numbers written on it.
And they're written as one big, long, continuous string, but 671 / 30/6801 /2 or 3/4.
Right. So Kojak's like, well, where is this Marshall character at? He lives in Long Island. So I think we got to pay them a visit. So they drive out to Long Island. As that's going on, there's a mysterious figure outside the Levine's building watching.
As they take off.
Gets into a phone booth, calls up this mysterious Kane guy from the beginning of the episode, and is like, yeah, the police just had a long talk with that manager. So we're like, what are these mobbed up guys? What's going on?
So Kojak gets let in by the daughter. We notice straight away this is Sidaris' type of actress. Probably a Playboy model. We didn't see her face, though.
No,
so we couldn't identify her.
No.
She had those torpedo tits and the no ass.
Yeah.
So you were like, okay, that's probably a Sidaris model.
Right. And she's the daughter. And she's like, well, my parents are over in the drawing room or whatever. So they go into this room. And they're met by...
Stavros is here with them.
Stavros and Kojak.
We got to point that out.
They meet Mr. and Mrs. Marshall.
That's right.
And it's this totally the most opulent, elegant room you could think of.
Wood wood everything, beautiful hand carved ornament design.
Seashells all over the fucking place.
Ornament. If you think of Caribbean, think of this room.
But But we're not supposed to. They've never been to the Caribbean, Griff. What are you talking about?
That's
Because we
right.
see Kojak.
It just happened that way.
Kojak immediately whips out. This is 70s. You can just whip out a cigar in someone's house and start smoking.
He did ask.
Yeah. And they said sure, and they handed him an ashtray.
That's right.
And then Stavros is like mesmerized by this painting over the mantle.
In this room, to have that painting was offensive.
It was awful.
Everything about this room.
Bob Ross would have turned his nose up
Exactly.
at that.
It was dark and beautiful, natural, and then you have this ugly, like $5 painting above their fireplace.
Right.
And of course, Stavros is drawn to it.
Well, of course, because he's tacky.
Yeah,
And
a hot dog man.
It's just a beach scene with water skis on it. And
Right.
he's like, hey, I've been to the Virgin Islands. What did you think about it? And Mrs. Fletcher immediately, I've never been anywhere near the Caribbean. What are you talking about?
Right.
And the coach says, hey, Fatso, how do you get that at the Virgin Islands?
We already got nothing because Kojak had talked to Mr. Marshall. What was it? Adrian?
Yeah.
Adrian. And he was just like, I got nothing to tell you guys.
He's like, I'm a respectable businessman. If you say anything against me, I'll put you in court.
It's terrible what happened to Fletcher. I have no idea what happened there, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you gentlemen to leave now. And it was Stavros and his appreciation for that painting. Sorry to go back a little bit.
Well, this is a convoluted plot.
Yeah, it's a Sidaris plot here somehow. He must have been in the writer's room that day.
So Stav's like, well, this is clearly the Caribbean because you see there's no coral reefs. And then the Pacific, that's where, because Kojak's like, well, maybe it's Tahiti, you fucking idiot.
Whoa. Police folks, Stavros, Kojak, I don't know if you guys have recognized a painting. That's most likely the Indian Ocean that you're looking at there.
And then Kojak just goes, everybody knows Indians don't water ski. And then he says, but you may be right, whatever, you know.
I like that. Throws in a little bit of doubt, but it just backs off of it.
Meanwhile, there's tons of Caribbean fucking merchandise. It says there's a beach towel that says, I love the Caribbean on the couch.
The wife was wearing, she had the little burger towel over her shoulder that says, I heart Caribbean.
But they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. While that's going on, while we're riveted by Stavros, he's just, because all he does is get browbeaten by Kojak all day. So, and when someone wants to listen to him, he's just eating it up. While that's going on, Kojak pulls out a little handkerchief, grabs that ashtray, puts it in his pocket, and then like, well, we got to go, marshals, but, thank you for your time. And they leave.
So we cut over to Rick Levine.
Right.
So he was our guy we last investigated and everything. And he's walking out of his office. He's strutting. He's going down to get...
He pulled out a Superman pose. He, put his hands on his fucking...
He did.
Yeah, and he's like, ha, ha, ha.
He's going to get some tamales down the street or something.
He wants those sloppy joes.
His wife... Oh, that's got to be it. His wife was parked outside, and she had the gnarliest of teeth. That's the only thing I noticed. Well, I liked her orange 70s dress, too. And
you got to remember, this is the 70s where everyone had one car. So she's there to pick her husband up.
Yeah, no, I love everything about that aesthetic. And so she's popping out, and she's like, Rick! But he's getting kidnapped, Murray.
Some goons. They grab him, throw him in a limo, and take off.
She, of course, because we know, I'm sorry, women, we know gravity affects you differently. Yeah. She steps out of the car and immediately falls down.
She has some big 70s chunky heels on.
She has some chunky heels. That should be better for movement, but whatever.
And so Kojak arrives at the scene of the abduction. Everyone's there, Crocker and Stavros.
Kaka?
So they're going over what happened. They're like, Crocker's like, Dizzy broad, she didn't even see anything. Right. She doesn't know what happened.
She just knows that too. And he's like, whoa, let me tell it to you. She saw two ugly goons in suits pick up her husband, drive off in a car. She didn't pick up the license plate or anything. Yeah. Great. Who's got anything good for me?
And he's like, Stavros. He pulls out that ashtray in his pocket. I want you to check these for prints. I want you to get the prints of Mr. and Mrs. Marshall and Rick Levine. They got to be, because of their job, they have to have their prints on records. Look into that.
I like that Stavros opened the napkin to confirm it wasn't food.
Yes. He's like, Oh, that sad look on his face.
Stavros he did an amazing job here, though, because he looked at it and he was just like, you saw the the childlike fucking wonder, like, oh my god, is this fucking some kind of slider or something?
Twinkie?
Nothing. No.
All right,
Evidence.
so we've established if Kojak even takes a minute off, New York just goes right into hell. So he's constantly at work. This is like late at night. He's like taking a power nap on his little couch he has in his office.
Oh yeah, you heard "Can't Stop, Won't Stop." That's Kojak.
Frank fucking just stumbles in. We all know like he's the figurehead. Kojak's running the precinct.
Of course.
So Frank like goes, hey man, I just had a intense game of pinochle down there. I won big.
$12, which of course converted into modern money 50 years later, Murray.
$13,732.
That's a big fucking night. That's a
for
lot.
pinochle. Fuck yeah.
That's a lot of coney dogs
Right.
and cream sodas.
Kojak, he's irritated as usual. He gets up, walks over to a drawer. This is the best. See, he opens a drawer. There's a fucking desk lamp inside of it over a pizza. And like Frank's like, "What's that?" He's like, "I'm heating my pizza up, you idiot." And then he's like, "You want a piece?" He throws the piece. He wants some za, as we learned a couple weeks ago.
He has a couple napkins in his hand, so he hands him a napkin, grabs him a slice of pizza, puts it in the napkin in his hand, grabs himself a slice.
And then fucking Frank's got to be like wise ass, got any cream soda? And I just want to bear in mind, people, okay, Frank is technically Kojak's superior. He's the captain, Kojak's lieutenant.
Correct.
Kojak goes, just put a napkin on your chin and shut up.
So
and he shuts up.
The two of them are chewing on their za and fucking talking this case over. And Frank is just trying to be like, hey.
He's like, tie your hands, Kojak. Tie them. See what I'm doing? He crosses his hands. Tie them. Kojak never ties his hands. He can't be contained.
He's pushing a plot. Maybe this is all a coincidence. I mean, this isn't the first Murphy case you've ever seen. It's called a Murphy case for a reason. Murphy game, excuse me. We've come across Murphy games constantly. No,
Frank.
Oh, too clean, brother.
Too professional. Too damn professional. And he's like, hey, check these numbers out. What do you think? Maybe it's a Swiss bank account? I tried that. I called the feds up. They're giving me the fucking runaround. I'm not getting any answers. I haven't heard back from the FBI yet. What? You haven't heard back? I'll look into it, Kojak.
I swear to God, Kojak, I'll call up the feds and I'll look into it for you.
Well, that happens. There's a phone. Kojak's phone ring. He gets a call.
Frank doesn't even get out of the room yet.
Guy's like, hey, Kojak, I got some information. If you want to hear it, meet me at this bar, so-and-so.
I love it. He's just got the napkin over the fucking receiver under the telephone.
Because he's eating a piece of pizza, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
And so Frank's like, who's that? I don't know, but he maybe has some information. Let's go down there. So Frank and Kojak go down to this bar, and they meet their old friend, Mo the Shylock.
At least Kojak's old friend.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't recognize Frank.
Yeah, and he's like, the name isn't Mo anymore. It's Jim Ryan. You didn't know Mo doesn't exist anymore. So we learned, he was like a Shylock, which is a loan shark. And now he's like changed his life because he's going to get killed probably.
But he's still on the inside.
Right, he's still got his fingers in the
of the outside world of New York. So he knows all about the territories.
Well, he's worried because he's like, look, I'm not supposed to be. People are thinking I was involved with that kidnapping. I'm not supposed to go past like 7th Street. And I respect the boundaries.
Right. And I bear witness to the kidnapping. And so people are pinning it on me.
And here's the thing. A bookie who works for me, he spotted that car, and he can remember numbers like you remember women's measurements, Kojak. He got the license plate to that car that took Rick Levine.
All right, Mo. Name your price. Fucking cut out the bullshit. Give it to me.
He's like, look, just put word out on the street. I had nothing to do with this. I don't want to be involved. He's like, all right, I can do that. Well, since we're here, I'm going to run the license plate right now. Don't worry, Kojak. I already did it.
He wants to call a number.
He wants to call like DMV or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't worry, Kojak. I checked it out. You know, I'm a busybody. I like to look into shit."
Oh no, he says this is where shit gets weird. And Kojak has the best. Aggravated, annoyed. He's sitting down. His face is down. It does like the fucking 180. Like, what do you got for me here? And the guy starts telling this crazy story, and it concludes with, the feds have a shell company.
Well, it's not a crazy story. He knows somebody like who can look up the records himself, and he found out that this license plate is to a shell company.
Right. Well, no, that's the crazy story. Is that, yeah, this ends with, I'm not fucking stringing you along, Kojak. The feds are involved in this. And they are
Altamont Inc. He's like, "What's that?" He's like, "It's a fucking shell company for the feds, man. The feds are involved with this fucking kidnapping."
He doesn't know that Kojak's been already questioning the feds throughout this episode. So he thinks that it's going to be, a bridge too far.
So the next morning, Rick Levine is left at his house. The kidnappers let him go. What the fuck is going on? Because he's not talking to the cops. He's fucking shut the fuck up. All right, the next morning, Rick Levine is found at his home. He was let loose by the kidnappers. And he's not talking to the cops. In fact, whenever the cops ask him, he's like, "Look, talk to this guy named Malcolm Kane."
Right. And Kojak learns about this because Stavros just barges into his office. Rick's at home. Kojak, by the way, is shaving in his office.
Yes, head and face.
Head and he's doing it in an order that doesn't make sense to me. You'd think he would do head.
He's doing it all over.
Then face? No.
In all different directions.
He
too.
does one strip.
Do you do your mustache like side? Well, you never shave with a razor, though, do you? You always just
No,
you
I
always have stubble all the time.
every once in a while because it does take effort to do a razor. I have my razor. I do the razor.
Doesn't really, but yeah. Okay.
No, every once in a while I do. It's like maybe every other month at this point, but yeah, I do. Shit, it's been every third or fourth month at this point, but yeah. And no, I don't. What was the question?
He was doing his mustache sideways, like this.
Yeah.
Like, no, I've never done it.
It was
sideways.
insane.
It's all over the place.
It was bonkers. I don't.
And it's
get
that classic fucking. I love this. This is in every movie. When you got a guy in the middle of shaving and he gets a call where he has to stop, he just wipes his face and he's magically shaven all over. What the fuck is up with that? That's always in movies.
He shaves every 2 or 3 days, so that makes sense to me.
No, he's always perfectly clean shaven. Kojak, he's
That's a good
shaving every
point.
2 or 3 hours.
That's a good point.
So yes, Salver goes in. He's like, Malcolm Kane. Remember, we heard about this Kane guy in the beginning of the episode. It turns out he's a Fed. He's not a crook.
That's right, Malcolm Kane.
So Kojak fucking wipes his face. It wasn't Cyrus, it was Crocker because he throws his fucking wet towel at Crocker's face.
Yeah.
And just walks out because he's going to talk to Kane.
Right. Let me guess. He's not talking to anybody. I guess I'll go visit him.
So Kojak fucking pushes his way into Kane's office, sits on his desk, immediately starts griffing, going through every belonging on the thing, tells him his wife's ugly, looks at the picture.
It's so perfect. You call this a wife? You put your dick in that? I bet you don't even eat that pussy without a nose clip.
You'll crack up Wednesday. When
Oh,
you get
shit,
that
that's a
joke.
Wednesday joke, people.
So the guy's got a cigar box on his, probably since he's a Fed, probably Cubans, because he can get them because he's a Fed.
Well, it's the 70s, too. That's the height of Cuban cigars and Feds.
Right, but you couldn't get them in the 70s.
Well, no, that's...
So
yeah.
he pulls them out.
We're on the same page.
Grabs like 3 of them, just stuffs them idly in his pocket as he's reaming fucking Kane.
And then, like David Copperfield, he pulls the lolly out of his pocket and pops it into his mouth.
Right, and he's just like, look, what's going on with this? He's like, Kojak, tie your hands. Stay out of this.
I don't know what to tell you. You got me hooked on this case. I'm going to keep looking into it. I'll see. He doesn't even use his full name, doesn't use his proper name, doesn't use his title. I'll see you later, Mel.
Back at the office, Frank is getting reamed by the commissioner again. We need to close this case. We can't have the tourists scared to come to New York because they'll get in a Murphy game.
Who's got details on the Marshall's background?
Well, I guess the feds finally came through for Frank because he's like, look, I looked into his background. He's a paper man. He doesn't exist, only on paper. I checked out all these credentials. These people don't know who the fuck Adrian Marshall is.
Right. Name, address, everything. It's like a Steven Seagal movie that has never come out at this point in time. In 20 years, you'll know that. He just kind of appeared 3 years ago.
And he's like, Kojak, play by the rules. He crosses his tie your hands. And then Kojak's like, you know I'm not going to do that, right? And he's like, yes. You know, even though he's technically Kojak's boss, he's like, just do what you got to do, Kojak.
You got to play the game straight here. We got the feds on us. Play it straight for a little
And as
while.
Kojak's about to walk out, oh, by the way, Theo, because that's the one thing Kojak gives him. He can call him by his first name. He pulls out his wallet, shows him his Social Security
Do you carry
card.
your Social Security?
No, I don't, because you can get if you lose your identity.
Do you have it?
stolen. Yes, I do have my Social Security card. I
Is
have
it-
the same one as yes.
How old is it?
It's almost 50 years old or whatever, 49 years old. So he shows him Social Security, and then like, oh my God, those fucking numbers. They were Social Security numbers.
Right. So, guys, I read this off to you earlier. The 671's the first three. The 3 zeros, the middle two, as you know. And then the final four, 6801.
For 4 different people.
And then they do the 2, 3, 4, as in 6081, 6082, 6083, and 6084.
So Kojak's like, hey, Cracker, you were fucking somebody in welfare or something. Go look up these Social Security numbers. Stavros comes in. He's like, Stavros, check Interpol about any Caribbean records for these Marshall people. Well, why don't we go through the feds? Because I don't want to go through the feds, stupid. We want to go through it outside their jurisdiction. They're fucking with us.
And so then it's like Kojak, he's like, my God, Frank, you really came through for me
Yeah,
here.
because he did when he showed him. He showed him the Social Security number. He goes, "My hero," like real sarcastic.
I know everything about him. It's so good. And he's like, how did you come across this idea? It's genius. Well, I gotta admit, my 8-year-old niece came up with
No,
it.
he's like, it was even worse because he's like, I gotta admit, it was my niece Shannon. You mean the 8-year-old? Idiot.
Okay.
Crocker returns immediately. Like he just called up this chick he's been boning and working in the welfare department. Hey, yeah, get this. These are the Marshall family Social Security numbers. But that makes no sense because they're sequential.
Right. Even though that's how my Social Security
Well,
numbers
yeah,
are.
but it's not going to be the mother and the father aren't going to have the same.
As the children.
Right. Well, they're not going to have the same period because the mother and father aren't related in any way until they decide to get married 20 years or 30
Well,
years
Social
later.
Security became big in the 70s, I thought.
Well, no, Social Security came out after World War II.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, well, you can't have sequential numbers for the entire family, so there's something going on here. Kojak is thinking, he's sucking that life up, drops it in a mug of coffee.
And he's really talking out loud again, and then he picks it right back up and pops it right back into his... I hope it was a chocolate.
He's freshening up that.
Because they look like Tootsie Pops.
They are Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, so I hope it was like the chocolate-flavored one.
So
'cause
now
chocolate-
Kojak's like, I know somebody, a U.S. Attorney General. I'm gonna go meet him, figure out what's going on. So the attorney, he's like,
We had straight over there, by the way.
right. He's like, we got all this evidence on Marshall skimming. Why can't you do something? He's like, not enough proof. Hands tied.
Right. Again, he comes in, and he's like, the attorney, why are you coming at me with this accusation? Oh, no. You misunderstood. I'm coming at you with questions. Well, you need to back off. Hands tied.
So then Kojak calls Rick Levine into his office to question him. Rick is not talking. He looks scared. Kojak is furious with him.
Well, why don't I just ask questions out loud, and maybe if you agree with them, as in a yes, you just look at my door over there. You don't have to say a fucking word. Grabs his coffee mug. He's got the cigarette or cigarello. What is?
Something like that.
Yeah. And he comes around and sits on the desk, so he's got that towering figure over his perp. And he keeps asking questions, but Rick is not talking.
So he just throws him out in disgust. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, he gives him one thing. I can't tell you anything out of national concern.
National security. So as Kojak's walking him out of the office, one of the Stavros comes up and Crocker and get this. We learned Adrian Marshall is an alias. His real name is Inigo Montoya, and he was a mob casino operator in the Caribbean. And Stavros like, well, I guess it was good that I found that painting up there. Yeah. I'll buy you a blowfish lamp. Shut up! Crocker, tell me some more. And Crocker's like, yeah, obviously they're in the witness protection program, which is why they have the sequential social security numbers.
All coming together.
So these guys, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I remember in Miami, Inigo Montoya was fucking around in there, and then he disappeared just when a bunch of mob guys went up the river for not paying their taxes. So obviously, fucking Montoya is a bitch who ratted out his boys, and now he's in witness protection.
Right. So Kojak's got assignments for everybody again, and he's convinced that the fingerprints that are going to be found on Fletcher's wallet are going to belong to Mrs. Marshall.
Right. She was the blonde.
Right, the blonde.
And I think they actually get confirmation of that too.
They do.
Yeah. So case is closed, and then Kane, I guess, gets word of this. He's got a fucking spy in the police precinct. And
right. It's Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Oh
Kane.
yeah, Malcolm Kane. Excuse me. There's so many names, and these aren't fun names like our last movie where we rattle off 35 names.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
So he calls up to warn Marshall. He's like, "Look, you got to get out of here." And he's like, this is the last, he's like, because what happened was, this guy can't help himself. He's got to be involved with crime because he gets bored.
Yeah.
Because they had him in San Diego. He's like, I moved you to fucking Long Island. That was the last move. You guys are on your fucking own now.
I couldn't stay in San Diego and sell cameras for a living. I need to breathe. I need to
steal.
haggle and steal.
And he's like, no, you're on your own. That was the last move. So he hangs up. His wife is like,
she was on the other line.
Right. And she's like, we got to get the kids.
She's got the balls in the family, by the way.
She's the brains of this operation. Yeah. And he
wants to liquidate every asset they have.
And she's like, no, they're onto us. Yeah. We got to get the fuck out of here. We're going to get the kids, and we're going to get the fuck out of here now. I got some jewels in a safe. We'll be fine.
Great acting by Adrian, by the way, because he was like, shit, we do have kids. He was ready to just flee. Right. And she reminded him.
Well, yeah. So remember that girl with torpedo tits? That's her daughter.
That's our daughter.
Oh, really? I guess I shouldn't have had those thoughts.
I've been waiting for this movie called Seven to come out. I hear she had a featuring role in it.
So while that's going on, we get a shot outside, and we see these ominous goons in a car outside their house.
Right. And then we cut over to Kojak in front of Malcolm Kane's office.
Well, they got to get warrants, and they're like, shit. They're worried that Malcolm's going to, warn them. So he's like, I'll just pick him up for some bullshit we'll make up.
And bring Malcolm to the scene.
So they meet up at, the federal building. Crocker's like, got the warrant. Let's go over there.
He pulls up as they're coming out and everything, ready to load into the car. And Malcolm's like, you're not fucking serious. And then that's when Crocker goes, we got the warrants.
So Kane, he tries to lay this guilt trip on Kojak. At the end of the day, is trying to solve a fucking murder of an innocent guy.
That's it.
Who is fucking going to stop a crime.
That's it. Yep.
And so Kane's like, you wouldn't know the responsibility it takes having people's lives on your hands. These people are criminals. Fuck these people. I don't care what happened. They just murdered a guy. I don't care what happens.
They're rich criminals, so they bring a lot of water to
their blood will be on your hands, Kojak. He's like, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Kojak, do you understand what it's like to actually have employees? You're providing jobs to the economy, and that is more important than murder.
So they arrive at the marshal's house. All is quiet. What's going on?
I mean, they open the door, and there's bags in front of the door that they have to push out of the way to finish opening the door.
Look through the house. Frank and Crocker go into a room, and then we see, nice job by Andy Sidaris. We just see bullet holes all throughout this room.
We go down the left wall, then we go down the right wall, and then finally, as if the detectives didn't scan the whole room immediately, we see in the middle at the desk, slumped over it, whatever word you want to use. There he is.
Bullet-ridden.
Adrian Marshall, dead.
Or Inigo Montoya. And Kojak goes, Kojak, come on here. He's here. Was it worth it, baby? Meanwhile, Frank's like, oh, I can never get used to this. Stavros is eating a fucking chili dog. He doesn't care. He's slopping like chili on his dead body.
He's got a ladle in his pocket, and he's pulling the chili out of his pocket and putting it on the dog.
Mrs. Marshall walks in the room. They made me watch because he's like, I hope it was quick, baby. It was because they made me watch. And then fucking Kane's like, this is nobody's fault. Coach, the fuck it is. It's fucking his fault and your fault. Calls these motherfuckers out.
Right.
And
all they wanted was revenge for...
Well, because they put those guys in jail. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
So they got payback because they're fucking rats. So then we see this artistic shot of a wind chime blowing because the bullet holes in the window, so wind's blowing in this fucking room. Kojak just stands by, looks back at the wind chime, and we cut. Freeze.
Perfect Kojak episode.
Perfect Andy Sidaris. We get to see the germs, the seeds of what was to come.
Right.
15 years later, when he started the Sidaris cinematic universe.
That's right. Convoluted spy story that makes sense when you get to the end of it and you get the names fleshed out and everything because there's 45 names involved. There's faces you don't even get to see. There's Kanes, there's Michaels, there's Zavines, there's Labines, there's Labarnes, there's...
We also forgot to point out that they showed a nice shot. It was like big bookshelf full of RC like cars and planes.
We did
and they were
that.
bullet ridden from the fight.
Right. Sidaris, we know, actually, maybe people don't know because we've picked up half our audience in the time that we had our big bulk of Sidaris movies. Like, we did 3 of them in the first, year and a half, and I did not realize that until I put the YouTube videos up.
Yes, we did.
Savage Beach, Picasso
now
Trigger.
Available on YouTube.
Savage Beach, Picasso Trigger, Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Classics.
All went up in, the first year and a half of us doing this
The
shit.
Donna Terrence saga.
And then we did Dale's Connection in the last year with
we took
Mike.
a big break.
Yeah.
And
And what a break. And I think we needed that break to really reflect on the genius that is Andy Sidaris. Because this man can shoot a scene.
Yes, he can.
He can.
Shoot a shower scene, a jacuzzi scene, just random boob scene.
That's right. We don't get much boob scenes, but that's kind of... I mean, you did in your version. You got the shower.
Tons of nudity in the Laserdisc version.
Right.
This was the version they showed in, Europe, where you could have nudity on TV.
Right. They're fine with the tits. They're like, yeah.
Actually, when they came, saw his dead body, his wife walked in topless. I don't know why, but it was a nice touch by Sidaris.
Do you have any final send-offs for our beautiful Kojak 311, maybe 310 episode?
No, I mean, this is Kojak. It's one of the greatest cop shows of all time.
All right.
I hope you guys listen to it so we can do more. Well, if you don't listen to it, I'm still going to do more. Fuck you. This is our time. Tippy-Taps are our time.
No, was it Kojak episode you were telling me about earlier with one Godfather of Soul on it?
That was the Miami Voice episode.
Miami Voice?
I might have to, because we got a lot of guests who love Miami Voice. I might need to talk to
We
some
got
girls.
a one guest who loves James Brown.
Yes. We
So-
got many.
We might have to talk to him and see if he wants to be invested in that.
I have
Sorry,
been talking to him about doing a Copping a Feel
Okay.
recently.
I didn't mean...
I was actually, because I know he's a fan of the show Forever Night. Remember that vampire
Yes.
show?
Oh,
So I was
no, it's
talking-
on his Plex. That's how I watched it.
I was talking to him about that. He was interested, but yes, the Miami Vice episode might supersede.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Sorry, guys. I thought...
I don't care who's on it. We're doing it. Because I watched like a 2-minute clip and it was so fucking weird. It's the weirdest Miami Vice ever made. And I know Matt Sosi's nodding his head. He knows exactly what I'm talking about because he's a big Miami Vice guy.
Oh, my God.
So,
I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right, I'm going to let you.
Everybody, thank you for coming along for the ride. We actually hit our mark. We're at 108 right now.
Yes.
That's a good tippy-tap. These are supposed to be our short...
Bite size.
Our
Fun
short,
size.
our short episodes, and
Yeah.
we kind of got there. I was hoping we get an hour. Anyways, until the next tippy tap, and there's plenty of powerful kick hidden behind those tippy taps. And so, until you wake up from that coma we put you in from the tippy taps, I'm listening.